Welcome Pisces to your monthly reading for February 2023. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you, or what energies surround you this month. So your overall energy is the wasp spirit, and it says sometimes life stings. Then the way the energies are likely to play out in the month, or the 4-week breakdown for the month, we have the Tarot. So we have the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Chariot. And then we have additional messages, which is ancestors and cycles. That's very interesting. That's I love this, cycles with this energy and life stings, because this is beautiful. These cards are really beautiful. So we start the reading with Wasp Spirit, and it says sometimes life stings. Now, generally with this card, and when I say generally, I'm also getting that feeling for today as well in your reading. It's almost like sometimes life throws us curveballs that kind of knock us on our feet. And, you know, kind of, I want to say, I got the word smart, you know, smart, like, you know, when you get slapped in the face and it smarts for a while. And it's that kind of energy. It's that kind of, yeah, life trips you up and you fall flat on your backside, and it's kind of like, ow. I wasn't expecting that. And I'm kind of getting this in your reading, Pisces, because I feel things are ending, or things are coming to completion. Spirit has asked me to change that. Not things are ending, but things are coming to completion. You've got the 64, and I'm seeing this just as a 10. I'm not seeing it as a 1, which I normally will break it down further in numerology, but I'm actually seeing it as a 10. Like in tarot, a 10 is the ending. Your kings, both of those, they're the final cards in the court cards in the minor arcana. So that's coming to the end of something. So, and then you got ancestors and cycles, and your ancestors, well, that's the past, isn't it? And then the cycles is life is cycles. It's ebbs and flows, it's beginnings and ends. And I feel that's why your overall spirit, your overall energy for this month, Pisces, is the Wasp Spirit. I'm not saying that it's a painful month. I think quite the contrary, but if you could see it as a painful month because of these endings. So if you try to hold on, you'll miss the beauty of what's coming, because there is amazing things coming. You finish with the Chariot. You've got the Nine of Cups. So I think what's going to happen this month for you, Pisces, where I feel this life, you know, sometimes life stings. I think where the sting is going to come from is this sense of, when we come to the completion of things, we've learnt the lessons along the way. You know, when we complete a job, well, we've made all the mistakes. We've learnt. We're at the top of our game. We know what we're doing. So there's a certain level of comfort. The kings are always comfortable. Even the queens are comfortable. It's the page and the knights that are in this kind of like, oh, it's exciting, but it's not comfortable. Whereas when you get to the queen and then definitely the king, there's this level of comfort. They know. They've moved up through the uncertainty, up through the planning and the taking action and the waiting for things to happen. to being the king, where they're putting it out there. They're of service, because the kings give back to the world. The queens receive what they need to receive. So even in the energy of the queen, you're comfortable to a certain extent. You kind of know what you're doing, but the queen still has a level of maybe discomfort, in the sense that it's that receiving energy. So it's almost like you're waiting for things to come in. You're waiting for your clients, you're waiting for resources, you're waiting for additional wisdom or knowledge. The kings, they're actually giving back. So they know completely and utterly what they're capable of. This is the very masculine energy of doing in the world, the giving back stage, which is really beautiful energy. So I feel, Pisces, with this 10 here and with these 2 kings, and even to a certain extent with this 9 of Cups, you've reached a level of success, of knowing and understanding. I'm kind of including the 9 of Cups and kind of not, because the 9 of Cups is really getting to the point where you're really starting to achieve. You're getting to the fulfillment. It's not the 10 of Cups, which is the ultimate fulfillment, but you are succeeding. And in this sense, in this 9 of Cups, it's really success in the sense of you're comfortable. You know, you're getting the money, you're getting what you need. But he's on a hard bench. He's not completely comfortable. And the hard bench that he's sitting on is saying, you're not quite finished yet. So don't get too comfortable. So I'm feeling that there's this level of comfort with the kings here. And then this 9 of Cups saying, don't get too comfortable. Yes, there is success. Yes, there is achievement. But it's time to move. And the universe, because the major arcana is the universe guiding you, the universe, how we co-create with the universe. And here the Chariot, I'm seeing the Chariot as the universe moving you forward. Now these kings, the King of Wands, is really, you've really achieved what drives you. Like, this is really a dream that you've kind of achieved, like something that fuels you. Your Wands is your passion, so, and it's your soul, so it can be your calling or your purpose. And the King of Pentacles is really the king of the tangible things in this world. So he's achieved a good job, money, resources. You know, he's got good people that surround him, and these 2 kings together is really good energy, because that's really coming into your own. That's really getting to the point where you're of service to others in a tangible way in the world, and you've received the accolades and the money and the achievement. Like, you're settled. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. That's the word I was looking for. You're really feeling settled. You feel good here. And there's reward where you are. But this bench is, don't get too comfortable, because Pisces, you've got the Chariot. And I feel it's this Chariot that can make you feel that there's a sting in your life. That life stings, because this Chariot is moving you. You've gotten to where you need to be. You've learned, you've evolved, you've grown, and now Spirit has more. Your inner self has a bigger plan for you. And there's the sense of everything that you've achieved here, everything that you've learned, it's moving you on from that. So you're going to feel that you're leaving really good things behind, a real comfort zone, a real sense of, well, no, I finally got to the point that I'm giving back and I'm achieving and I'm really successful and I'm happy where I am. Like, this is happy. This is, you know, a really level of happiness. But there's a sense that with the Chariot, it's been in alignment. So there's a sense that things are changing, things are moving. There's this 1 cup missing from total fulfillment. So there's this sense that almost like your mind, the universe, your soul is going to be showing you what's missing to get you to move. And there's a sense that maybe you might start to think, well, maybe this all wasn't as great as it was. You might start to doubt how successful you are or you were. All that, Pisces, is just your higher self, just spirit getting you to shift. When we are comfortable, we won't move. So our higher self will make us kind of go, well, yeah, this is great, but, well, you know, it's not that great. It's going to, so you might start to focus on the negative, and there's probably not a lot of negative, but your spirit will find something, because that's going to get you to shift your perspective, because spirit wants you to realign with something. When we get to the end of things, when we complete things, we've learned so much along the journey. So this King of Wands, this King of Pentacles he's not the same as he was when he was the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. You know, he's evolved and grown from that. So to stay in this energy means that there's no more growth, there's stagnation. And I like that the King of Pentacles is after the King of Wands, because he does signify in his negative form stagnation. Being stuck in the comfortable, being stuck in doing things how they've always been done, how you've always done them, because that got you to a certain level of success. And now you might not see any more growth. So you'll think, oh, what's happening? What am I doing wrong? Nothing, Pisces. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just that the Chariot's here and there's going to be the shift in you. Now the universe is realigning you. Your higher self is realigning you to how you have changed, to get you to evolve and grow and begin again. So it's almost like if there was a card after this, it would be like an ace. And then the card after that would be a page. So this Chariot is getting you to shift, getting you to move, getting you to realign. So when this new idea, this new potential comes into play, you'll be able to see it and redo your journey with it, move forward with it. So this is kind of like realigning you to move forward again. And then with the additional messages with the Oracle, we have ancestors. And the card says, your blood carries the love and service of your ancestors, rich and weighted with the fire of those who came before you. They did all they could so that you could live buoyant by their breath and infused with their spirit. Honor them. They are the earth that holds your path strong. Now I love this with the cycles. I'm just going to read the cycles. Cycles. You cannot be inspired and innovative every day. You will inevitably have spells where your mind needs a break, your body needs a rest. Follow the inner cycles that know how to bring you back into harmony and balance. And I feel this ancestors with this cycle. It's almost going to be like the inspiration that comes from something really deep within you, and it's the inspiration that comes from your ancestors, from your past lives. of what you can't remember, but what is intertwined in your energy, what is held in your soul. And it's almost like this lineage, you know, your soul knows the path. And it's this pull of past lives, of our ancestors, of our connection with the all that is, our connection to our higher self, to source. It's that keeps us strong on our path. And that's why there's cycles. Because this is not of the physical world and this is of the physical world. So there are times where we need to rest. There are times where we'll be less inspired. And I'm feeling that these cycles and this, you know, honoring our ancestors, honoring our true path, comes when we finish a cycle and allow ourselves to start another, when we allow ourselves to be moved. You know, I don't see the kings as very fluid energy. But the page is, because the page is malleable, the page is learning. So there's a sense that with the pages we can guide them. They can gain wisdom because they know they don't know it all. They're impressionable. And there's a sense that here that your inner guidance, spirit, God, the universe, wants you to come back to that malleable page, a student, where the universe can guide you, inspire you, help you to evolve to the next journey. I want to just remind you here, Pisces, and I know that you know this, Spirit is saying this is just a reminder because you know there's the end game. The end is death. The end is the end of this physical form that we're in. So the end of the journey is that. Everything in between is the end of a cycle for another one to begin. And there's this sense of really trying to embrace that, not coming to a point where you really have knowledge and understanding for as far as you have come there, but opening your mind to understand that that's where you are now. One stage you were the page and now you're the king. So again, you start from this knowing. So it's almost like the page is not back to where you were the page before. This page that you will become in the future has more knowledge than the page you had you were in the past. But he's still the page and still needs to learn and grow and evolve. And that's how life flows. That's how we evolve. And I feel it's really beautiful energy for you, Pisces. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful reading. And I feel the only reason why this sometimes life stings is because you're going to almost go from the teacher to the student again. And I feel that some of you are really going to struggle with that. You're really going to struggle with, you know, maybe this is taking you on a complete new career path. And so your previous career, you were at the top of your game, you knew everything, you were teaching others, and now you're being taught. And some of you are going to struggle with that. You're going to feel like you've gone backwards. You know, and sometimes when we become the teacher, we become the wise man, wise woman. It's difficult for us to then go back to going, right, we don't know it all. But I think the more you can embrace the fact that you don't know it all, and if you can even go as far, Pisces, as say, the more I know, the more I realize I don't know, because there's so much truth in that. The more you learn, like if you can look at yourself when you were at the beginning of this journey at the page, you didn't know what you had to learn. Now as the king, when you look back and see how much you've learned, can you embrace the fact that even at this point, there's another journey with as much to learn, if not more, and then there's another, and then there's another. So if you can embrace, the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. I think February will be beautiful. I don't think there'll be that sting. I think it'll be a real beautiful journey, this great success. And I want to say abundance, Pisces, that leads you to a new path, a new soul calling, a new purpose, or to the next stage, to the next level. You know, I just got an image of a nurse. So you might have trained to be a nurse, and you're at the top of your game. You go in, you know what you're doing. You're just great at your job because you know it all. And now suddenly you've decided, okay, I want to go further. Maybe I want to train in a specific field. Maybe I don't want to be just general. I want to focus on something. Or maybe I want to now be a doctor. Or now maybe I want to work with a different group of people, or whatever it is. So then you go back to, oh, I'm not sure of myself. I'm kind of like, oh, I'm learning. I'm not getting it right. I'm making mistakes again. Pisces, the more okay you can be with that, the more beautiful your month will be. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love and light, Pisces. Have a wonderful month. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.